Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Age of Mythology Retold. This is the Iron Kaiser, and in today's video, I'm showcasing a Shennong mirror match from the brand new expansion pack, the Immortal Pillars, which brings the Chinese pantheon into the game. I've got to say, I am surprised by how much fun I'm having with the Chinese. They are a blast to play, and this build order that I want to showcase to you guys today is also a whole lot of fun. I think you're going to really enjoy it. It's a way of getting out some early aggression and setting the tempo of the match very quickly. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and buckling in, because this is going to be a lot of fun. Here's the code for the build that you need to know. 2-1-200, 150, 821, age up. Well, what does that mean? Well, when you start the game, you start with 2 villagers and 1 Kuafu, which is kind of a giant super villager. You want those starting 2 villagers onto food, and all the newly trained vills go to food, while your Kuafu goes to wood. As soon as you get 200 wood with the Kuafu, take him off wood, put him onto gold, and you're waiting to get 150 gold. Now once you get 150 gold, you're going to build a temple and a house back to back. Simultaneously, you're waiting to hit 8 villagers on food. And as soon as you get 8 vills on food, you want to put your next 2 villagers onto gold, and then 1 onto wood. And then you'll be ready to drop off your food and age up to the next age. You want to stop villager production once you get that 1 vill onto wood. So we can see here, I've got the temple up, I've got my house coming up, and the early stages of my eco are looking really good. My opponent also playing Shennong, and we should talk about Shennong a little bit. He's a lot of fun. He's going, looks like all in on food. He's got 1 on wood. He's got a similar sort of build, but I don't know that it's quite as balanced as mine will be. Shennong is a lot of fun, in particular because you have this God Power passive where you get a free myth unit from the next age every once in a blue moon as you collect favor. So in this particular match, we're all about the Yazi. We're going to take up to age 2 with Chiyu, primarily because of the Yazi myth unit, which is a very fast raiding unit. I'm going to get 1 Yazi for free because I'm aging up with Chiyu, and I'm getting another Yazi for free from the Shennong God Power. We can't really see that on the spectator HUD, but in-game I can tell that a Yazi's coming. Oh, and I did forget to mention, as you are aging up, put the Kuafu back onto wood. You want Kuafu on wood for maybe another Yazi, or for getting out infrastructure. But that's kind of my thought, is to get out another Yazi, because you're not always guaranteed a second Yazi for free. Sometimes it's another myth unit. I'm going to hit age up first, and as soon as I hit age 2, I'm going to train a Yazi, which normally would be your second, but in this case, because I happen to grab a free one from Shennong, this will actually be a third, so I'm just supercharging my rush here. And then I will have the resources to upgrade these Yazi, giving them that extra oomph as we get into the fight here. Here we go. Son of Lung. Chiyu increases the Yazi hit points and makes their flash strikes much more deadly. He gets more HP too. So meanwhile, my opponent also going with the Yazi raid, and I actually really love. We'll be able to see kind of the effectiveness. You can go in with 1 Yazi, and this is an unupgraded Yazi, and you'll see what happens here. Boom, he warps in, gets a little bit of damage on this villager, and okay, so you got a Vill kill, great. But you're also, this guy's all but dead. Meanwhile, back over here, my guys come in, they jump in, they do a lot more damage with their strikes, and I'm able to take out a Kuafu, which is worth 3 villagers. The Kuafu is basically at least 3 times as effective on wood and gold as a normal villager. I'm escaping out with a very weak Yazi. This guy's not doing so hot either. Let's get out of here. Boom. Let's run. the Explorer, the Pioneer. Getting some damage in on that Myth unit. I just want to escape with my guys. And one of the reasons you want to escape, if you're playing Shennong in particular, his, I believe it's the Divine Land, if I remember correctly. It's either the Divine Land or the farms. They actually heal up units. It might be the farms. They heal up units. So these guys, yeah, they're weak right now, but I could just go back to the farmland. Ah, yes. Pioneer, duel. And my opponent, using the Earthen Wall God Power to try to give himself some extra protection. This is a really cool God Power. He can go in and out of the walls as easily as he would like. But not I. I'll have to break through if I want to end this game. Okay, let's go back. So at this point, yeah, I've got my Yazi hiding in the God-empowered farms. These farms are amazing, by the way. The Shennong's God Powers, Prosperous Seeds. You get to pick 2 farms, and those farms become extremely effective. Units, I think was it all units? Yeah, friendly units are invisible in the farms. And they can heal inside of the farms. So a really great, situation here. So I go and I fight. I get some kills. My guys almost die, but hey, as long as they don't die, you just bring them back to the farms and they'll just heal themselves up. It's fantastic. So I have taken a pretty sizable eco lead here at this point. Just because of the effectiveness of the raids. I think when I started raiding, he actually had the better build numbers. But now, I'm feeling pretty good. The other thing that's really nice about going on raids like this is you do get a sense of what your opponent is up to. So here, I'm going to go back out and raid 2 units who are... Okay, technically that guy's not fully healed, but just about. And I don't see this. I'm not expecting this, so... I'm gonna lose a guy here. I'm actually gonna lose both. Yeah, they both die. But what that does do, that was actually huge for me. That tells me what Smooth Spoon's early army comp is. So I know to expect Dao Swordsman. I know he's got a Javelineer, the couple Pioneer, or the Yazi. I know what's coming, and I can begin to plot around that. Just like set up a military camp. And now I'm the one training Dao Swordsman of my own. Eco is looking great, but I gotta make sure that he doesn't just come in and wreck it. The army of his own. If you have watched any Immortal Pillars cast, commentary, I'm sure you've heard this from every single person that has, played the expansion. Which is, I'm not a master at Chinese pronunciation. I bet you I will mispronounce some things, but I'm gonna try my best. And that's Dao Swordsman. I have gone up, by the way, to age 2, so I went Chiyu, and lightning weapons is a really neat god power. Hey, oh no! Run, Quafu, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh no! The invisibility of the farm almost saved it. So yeah, this because of my earlier fight with the Yazi, I knew that I had to have up enough of the military to push back on, some sort of attack. So I was ready for this, and I mean, I definitely lost vills. I lost at least a Kuafu. I might have lost a village or 2. But what this is doing is it's sort of keeping him from doing a lot more damage. I still have momentum. And he lost a lot of guys there. I don't know that that was the win that Smooth Spoon wanted. So I should talk about the god choices. Like, Shennong is a lot of fun. Getting these upgraded super farms is amazing because these farmers... Let me see if I can click here and give you an example. We're earning 0.86 food per second. Shennong earns farm upgrades immediately. And with the Blessed Farms, they actually generate more food than a hunter does. So, I mean, that's just really, really good farms. Not to mention the healing and the invisibility and all that, which proved kind of useful in that fight. Not to mention what I was able to do earlier with the Yazi. Alright, so I've got my guys out. He's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the random myth units. Here is a random age 3 myth unit. Not only do you get a random myth unit, you actually get one from the next age. So it's really impressive, really scary stuff. Tao Wu is a myth unit with high durability. Can charge to temporarily increase movement speed, good against buildings. So I've kind of got a semi-siege unit here in the fight. I do not know why I have all these villagers talking about. That was a misclick for sure. But Shennong is a lot of fun. And then in Age 2 I go Chiyu, primarily because of the Yazi. I think they're great raiding units. And the build that I'm suggesting to you is all about getting Yazi out quickly and being able to very effectively get out a Vil kill or two and then back out, heal up your units, and go in for another Vil kill or two and just get economic domination that way. But not only that, you also have lightning weapons. This is a really awesome ability that will lock down your opponent and sort of thwart their ability to fight. Age 3 has just come in, and I've picked Rusho. I picked him primarily for some of the text infantry, because I know I'm going Changdao Swordsman. I'm not Changdao. The Dao Swordsman. And so I've got some upgrades that Rusho can bring in for them. But also, Fey Beasts are really cool. Every time I see this god power, it makes me think of Princess Mononoke. If you've ever seen that film, the start of that film with the poisoned boar. It's kind of what the Fey Beasts are. These are poisonous monsters. And here we go. We get into a big fight, and I'm kind of aware that this is his army. So the lightning weapons come in. They're stunning enemies left and right. The Fey Beasts are out, jumping onto the archers and absolutely shredding them. The poison must spread. It must flow. Yeah. Blue's army down for the count. And obviously I don't have the numbers in front of me in the actual game, but I can tell I've got a military lead, a huge military lead. And I also know that I've got an eco lead. Smooth Spoon also going up with Retold. I know I've done some good damage here. This Age 3 myth unit down for count. Barracks down, good. Destroying infrastructure is always a plus. I moved forward to build a Baolei, which is the Chinese castle fort. And it's at this point, let's see, the temple goes down. Oh yes, the temple down, that's big. This is especially important in a Chinese fight, because you got to remember, one of the unique features of the Chinese is their favored land mechanic. Here we go. Here are the Fey out and about. And I'm realizing, too, now he's spreading poison on my guys. I sort of want to get out of the fight and try to survive. And specifically, I want to draw his attention away from the Baolei. I want to make sure he does not know about it. Let's see if he's discovered it or not. Yeah, he does know something's going up there. Yeah, he knows about the battle. I was trying to keep his attention away from that. Right. And now, I've got a handful of swordsmen who are pretty weak. A Baihu, which is pretty weak. If I have any smarts at all, I will retreat and go back to my farms. So I'm sort of building this Baolei, the forward camp here. And I know that he's liking his infantry. I know he's liking his myth units. I should be getting out Pioneers as my heroic unit, my anti-myth unit, and then getting out some archers in order to deal with his swordsman. also like the ballet, because this is where you get your cavalry from. It's from the castle. The White Force cavalry are particularly good against archers. They're an anti-archer cadre. But I'm not even really thinking that. This is just sort of a, I need bodies on the field while I mass up back at home. So I've got upgrades coming out. I'm about to turn my superior economy into an archer massing horde. My opponent has cast Earthen Wall a second time. I honestly think that's a mistake. Remember, to recast God Powers, that was 60 favor. Right? And that is favor that you're not spending upgrading your farms with the Prosperous Seeds. That's favor that you're not able to put into myth units. I might be throwing cavalry away there, but at the very least, I'm keeping his attention here. I'm keeping him on the defensive. This is Anatolia, and I have noticed that Smooth Spoon has moved over to the waters. It's pretty great. I like that play. Anytime on a water map, taking advantage of water is typically a good idea if you can get away with it. I don't do it, and my thinking is, in my Shennong experience, I tend to go overboard with food as it is. So, I don't know that I necessarily need... Uh-oh, uh-oh. Peasants, no, the peasants die. They go down. Alright, I now have a 7-vil lead after those two die. But, we are massing up heavy fire archers. Heavy fire archers are pretty good. They are pretty generic archers for the most part, but the fire means that they are very good against buildings. I also would have access in the Machine Workshop to the Chukonu archer, which might be even better, an even better archer, but they don't have that siege element to them. So, in this match, I just decided fire archers. By the way, back at home, and you can actually see this here, I'm massing up more Dao swordsmen. So, I want a mix of archers and swordsmen to break into this front line and destroy Smooth Spoon once and for all. He's got a lot of food. I'm going to credit that to, again, the fishing, which is pretty great, not to mention those empowered farms. Lots of food. That's not a bad thing. But he's not really spending all those resources. Javelineers coming out. Anti-archer. Good pick. The Gay Halberdier. Okay. Interesting choice. I like it. Pioneers coming out. See, he's getting a mix of... the heavy range soldiers means he'll have heavy Javelineer out. Siege crossbow coming out from yours truly. This Earthen Wall stands a chance. Pull back, pull back, pull back. So, getting a little bit of micro here, as I'm gonna get my Dao swordsmen up into the front line. They need to be absorbing the fire while the archers get into the back and put out the damage. That's especially true for the Dao Swordsmen. Their stats, they don't hit quite as strongly as other infantry units, but they make up for it with a lot of HP, a lot of armor. They are very, very tanky boys. So use the Swordsmen to soak up that damage. Even the Javelineers, you will notice, his anti-archer guys are busy fighting off the Swordsmen, which is just letting my archers do the work. My guys are kind of stuck here, the earthen walls, even though the walls are down, they're still there, so my guys can't walk through. But that's okay, because all I want them to do is soak up the damage, while my archers take out these Javelineers. And I think this is about to go down. Come on, let me get in there. Let me get in. This would be a really good time for some of that, cavalry, the anti-archer cavalry. They would do a really good job mopping up the Javelineers. But fortunately, what I've got will also do a good job. Those Javelineers will go down. And now my archers are in the base. I also think some Yazi would be really good. The Jiangxia. I A ranged hero alternate between two powerful aura. He's like a general. He makes all of your other units. Okay, so this was good. We've now broken a hole into the earthen wall. He recognized he was behind, and he calls the GG. And that was the game. Pretty straightforward. But guys, China's a lot of fun. The fire archers. Archers that are good at siege. You've got the Kuafu. Just an incredible villager unit. It is surprising how much fun you can have moving this giant lumbering villager around to collect wood or gold. Don't put him on food. A little tip from me. He's not as good at food as he's at wood and gold, but he's really good at wood and gold. The empowered farms that let you heal up and bring in all that food. Unbelievably cool. Yeah, everything about the myth units, the army, China is a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps out Iron Kaiser Gaming. For now, this is yours truly, the Iron Kaiser, signing off. Have a great one out there. I'll see you next time.